All right, and we're back with another hour of bumbling around in English. So here's this group of people wearing the football jerseys with the diagonal red lines. Looks like they're all crowded around a table. And yes, this group of, I don't know, 20 people are crowded around watching the football match on their phone on the small little screen. And they're starting to clap and cheer. And that guy just whistled and they're waving their arms in the air. The guys in the back are jumping up and down in the back. They're cheering on their team. They're cheering their team on. And they're all crowded around this little wooden table. She's got a big cup filled with some kind of beverage. He just whistled. He put his fingers into his mouth and whistled. And there's the football match on the phone. The woman just passed her beverage to the man. And we're going to walk away from the crowd gathered around the wooden table. Here's a woman's face getting massaged. We're walking down the street. You can see a circular sign with the red border. Okay, we're crossing the street now. There's a flag on the balcony to the right. The store is closed, but we're going to look in it. It's locked up with a chain and a padlock. And there's a missing cat photo. And there's the Duracell bunny. A pink bunny. He's got big rabbit ears. And here's some kind of magic kit. There's a hat on the left, a magic potion in the middle, and on the right, a pair of gloves. Two gloves makes a pair of gloves. And in the other side of the store, there's some watercolor paint, some colorful pens, a keyboard. You use the keyboard to type. You do typing on the keyboard. There's a wooden figure. And to the left, a snowman. And what else? And there's a calendar. A calendar is what allows you to keep track of the days and the years and the months and the weeks. And there's a choo-choo train with red wheels. And there's lots of things in that store. A red truck just drove by, and now we're on the street corner. There goes a man on his bike. And here's another store with lots of things on display. Some kinds of tools. Those look like screwdrivers to turn screws with. You use a screwdriver to turn screws. There's a drill. There's some yellow letters, some more screwdrivers. These screwdrivers have red handles. They have red handles. There's a table and chairs, a table and chairs. A red table and chairs in front of a red car, behind a red van, next to a red sign, across from another red sign. There's Mustache Man, Bikini Lady, and little girl with the paint on her fingers. She has colored paint on her fingers. The thumb has red paint. Her pointer finger has green paint on it. Her middle finger has yellow paint on it. Her ring finger has blue paint on it. And her pinky finger has yellow paint on it. Thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pinky. And, well, we're looking at her green thumb, her yellow pointer finger, her red, okay, that's a blue pinky. The littlest finger, the smallest finger, is called the pinky finger. The pinky finger is the smallest finger. There's the yellow pinky finger. The pinky. Pinky, 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 pinky. Pinky, pinky, pinky finger. The pinky finger. And here's two women holding up their pointer finger. They're using their pointer finger to cover their mouth to go, shh, be quiet, shh, be quiet, shh, be quiet. We're going to use and she's using her other pointer finger. They like their pointer fingers. And here's yellow letters with a red shadow. And here's a seal. A seal is like a fancy logo. It's a fancy logo. And here's a girl wearing Crocs. Crocs are a kind of sandal. This woman has a floral dress on. And this young man to the left is wearing bright red sneakers and black sweatpants and a white t-shirt with some words on it. And there's a blinking red light. We love looking at blinking red lights, don't we? And here's a number. 1,547. And here are some warning cones blocking off an area. And there's a motorcycle locked to a post, a tree. And there are two security cameras. Those are two security cameras. And there's some cars parked on the right. There's a skinny tree. Here's a gray post, a big tree. And now we're turning to the left, and there is a yellow triangle with a lightning bolt in the middle, indicating danger. The yellow triangle has a black outline or a black border. And now we are approaching a busy street, a street with lots of cars driving on it. It's more like an avenue than a street. It's a big avenue. There's a big yellow van, and now we're taking a left and walking down the road. Do you see that metal structure? We'll take a look at it in a second. First, we're looking at a doctor. He has a white lab coat on, and he's pointing at a model of a heart with a pen. And here's a surgeon. A surgeon is a doctor who does surgery. That's a surgeon. And here's our finger paint girl again. Can we do it? Thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. The pinky finger is the littlest finger. The blue finger is the pinky finger. Here's some more official signage. And here's our turkey. Or is that a chicken for sale? That is a chicken. We have tomato slices. It used to be 1,689 pesos, but now there's a black diagonal line through it. And now it is 1,290 pesos. And there's slices of lemon, some sliced tomato, and looks like a little bit of rosemary and parsley, some spices. And here are some potatoes. They used to be 890 pesos, but now they're 590 pesos. Okay, see this metal structure to the right, that's called scaffolding. That's called scaffolding. This metal structure to the right, we call that scaffolding. Scaffolding is usually used when you're doing construction on a building. And there's an ambulance across the street. And here is an advertisement with big white letters. And this is actually a football player, and he's winking. He has one eye open, and he has one eye closed. And there's an earring, and he's got white sparkling teeth. He's winking at us. Winking is when you have one eye open and one eye closed. And here's another advertisement. Does she have her eyes opened or closed? They're opened. She's got opened eyes. Those are eyelashes, eyebrow. She's got lipstick on her lips. She's got a ring on her pointer finger and a ring on her middle finger. She's got white nails. That fingernail is a long fingernail. She has a long fingernail. Fingernail. And above the sign is a cool graphic of two ships on the ocean. And there's an anchor sticking out of the ocean. And here's some ripply waves like the ocean. And there's a black fence filled with some thick vines. Those are some big vines, long vines. And there's a balcony, and on the ledge of the balcony are pots of plants. Here's some people sitting, waiting for the bus. Here's a blank advertisement. A blank advertisement. There is no advertisement there. It's blank. Like a blank page. It's blank. It doesn't have anything on it. There's no advertisement on it. It's blank. And oh boy. Looks like someone is about to kill that cow. Someone is about to kill that cow. That is okay. We're going to look back up to the balconies. There's a woman that we can see. She's playing with her plants. And on that balcony is the flag of Brazil next to the flag of Argentina. And here's a woman walking who has a physical disability or a physical handicap. And here's another advertisement. This is an advertisement for the game that's going on right now. The game that they were watching, crowded around that wooden table. That was an advertisement for the football game that everyone is watching right now. It's windy. You can see the wind in the trees. And here's a picture of some people at a restaurant. And here's a picture, it looks like, of a missing person. A young man. A handsome young man. And there's two people walking underneath the tree. And here's a sign, a poster, and it has a blue mug with steam coming out. There's a notebook, two notebooks, a pen, and a blue mug with steam rising out of the mug. There's steam rising out of the mug. And here's a three-legged side table and a wooden chair. And here is a blue suitcase. It's a blue suitcase with the handle sticking up. Looks like it's in a vineyard. And yeah, you can see if you look at the trees, the wind is strong right now. You can see the wind in the trees. And here's A Starbucks. The word for Starbucks is Starbucks. And here's a picture of a bagel with seeds on it, covered in seeds. Those are seeds, sesame seeds, I don't know, all kinds of seeds, some kind of guacamole, cream cheese. There's a croissant. Here's an elderly couple walking across the street together. Well, we don't have to call them elderly, an older couple. And here are 4 large potted plants. And inside the pot is mulch. That's what we call mulch. And there's, on top of the mulch is a rubber band. That is a rubber band on top of the mulch. Mulch. You can say that with me. Mulch. Mulch. It's a fun word to say. I want to say it one more time. Mulch. And you can see the wind. And now we're looking at the big avenue. There's a police car. Okay, and here's the entrance to a apartment building. And there's some kind of cool feather art. Those 3 things were feathers. And there's more art across this big avenue. 1, 2, 3 lanes, 4, 5, 6 lanes. There's 6 lanes in the avenue. A lane is the line in which there's 1, 2, 3 lanes. And there's the fire lane. And on the road is a orange bottle cap. And here is another advertisement with 2 pointer fingers. Oh, there's a man on a bike wearing a blue shirt. Okay, and these two hands, their pointer fingers are almost touching. The pointer fingers are almost touching, but they're not touching. Oh, and one arm is a human being's arm on the left, and the arm on the right, the hand on the right, is a robot. Well, there's the thumb to the human, the pinky to the human, the middle finger to the human, and the pointer finger to the human, almost touching the robot's hand, the robotic hand. Wow, look at that. And behind the robotic hand is a blue whale with some flowers next to it on a yellow background. It's a beautiful blue whale on a yellow background. And let's take a closer look. Here's a man pulling a cart. Yes, it is a beautiful blue whale. A whale is a giant swimming animal. Is a giant swimming mammal. Whales are mammals. And there's the flipper. That's a flipper. The whale has got 2 flippers. There's the tail of the whale. The tail of the whale. And there's a really happy man with a beard, wearing glasses, working on his laptop, holding a pen in his hand. What's he doing? Is he using the pen or is he using the laptop? Pick one. And here's some more art. Looks like art looking through a porthole. A porthole is the window on a boat. Is a circular window on a boat. Is called a porthole. And here's another painting of some plants looking through a porthole. Oh, wow. And through this porthole is a turtle. A cool turtle. There's the turtle's flipper. There's a manta ray. A purple fish. A jellyfish. That's called a jellyfish with the long tentacles. And here's another mural. A mural is like a big painting. There's a ladybug on this mural. This is a mural with a ladybug. What else is on this mural? This mural has the image of a woman with long brown hair using a watering can. She's using a watering can, and she's wearing an earring. This woman with long brown hair is, okay, goodbye, woman with long brown hair. And we're going to peek through this fence, and we're going to keep going. Here is a woman wearing headphones. Here is a man with his eyes wide open. He's looking at his phone. His eyes are wide open. And there's a handshake logo. Here's a group, here's a family. Oh, here's an advertisement. That's a man playing drums, a man playing guitar, acoustic guitar instead of electric guitar. Here's a man playing violin, a man playing the cello, a woman playing the electric bass, and a man playing the keyboard. The keyboard is an electric piano. And here's a woman pulling a small cart behind her. And here's a truck and a motorcycle. And there is a ramp for wheelchairs. It's a wheelchair lift. A wheelchair would wheel onto that lift and push the up button to go up and push the bottom button to go down. 6,091. 6,091. Here's a cleanup worker. Here's a worker sweeping, using a broom to sweep. He's using a broom to sweep. There's the traffic light. The light is red. Those people are crossing the street. We have another advertisement. It's a young lady wearing pink shoes. She's sitting on the table. She has her feet on the chair. She's got big silver hoop earrings. She's got big, thick lips, too. Look where we are. That's the gigantic tennis racket, the oversized tennis racket. And here is a basket, a blue basket filled with tennis balls. And there's some shoes on display. And here's good old Lionel Messi pointing at his credit card. Hi, Lionel Messi, pointing at your credit card. There he is. He's got a beard, and he's got this credit card in his hand. And here's another Argentine football star winking. He's winking at us. One eye is closed, and there he's got an earring. And this is a pretty big store just for tennis stuff. Here's a display of tennis rackets. A tennis racket is what that guy's holding in his hand. And here's a triangle with an eye in the middle, a logo for a tattoo shop. And here are some police men and women gathered. And we've been here before at night. Now it is daytime. And here's a car with handles and wheels. And here's a guy sitting on the stoop. A stoop is like a small staircase. It's the stairs right outside a door. It's called a stoop. He's sitting on a stoop. That woman is sitting on a stoop. That is a stoop. The stoop is a curb or the steps right outside of a door. And here's an advertisement. And this woman's got a colorful bag. And there's a giant spherical doorknob. It's a giant spherical doorknob. A golden spherical doorknob. And there's a little yellow pot with a little plant in it. And here's a waiter waiting. The waiter is waiting. Some men eating. And here's a video playing, a loop of a cheeseburger being made. Here is a video of the process through which a cheeseburger is made or put together. Wow, those are 3 cheeseburgers stacked on top of each other. There's some ketchup, some mustard, some onions, some other things, a patty with cheese, a bun, squeeze. Yeah, this is how a hamburger or a cheeseburger is made. This is the process through which a cheeseburger is made. It's the cheeseburger making process. And here are some completed cheeseburgers. This cheeseburger has an egg yolk. The yellow liquid is an egg yolk dripping. And here is a hamburger bun, lettuce, onion, tomato. There's a delivery man on his motorcycle driving away. 2 people cross the street. Looks like we are crossing the street now. And here's a corner store. It's on the corner and it's a store. We call it a corner store. And in this corner store, they are selling loose leaf tobacco. This is loose leaf tobacco and bags of potato chips. Yellow bag of potato chips, green bag of potato chips. And here's a chalkboard sign with some promotions and prices. The first one is 3,250 pesos. The second promotion is 3,500 pesos. The third promotion is 3,550 pesos. And there's a clear glass jar filled with scones, a white rectangular plate, and this is a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread. And there's a sign in the shape of an octagon. And this number, 1,476. 1,474. And here is the sporting goods store. Do you remember this? That's a kettlebell. Those are ping pong paddles. Ping pong paddles, 3 P's in a row. Ping pong paddle. There's another kettlebell. Let's just say ping pong paddle again. Ping pong paddle. Ping pong is the sport. The paddle, okay. And this is a pistachio pie. We got a ping pong paddle and a pistachio pie. That's a lot of P's. A ping pong paddle and a pistachio pie. I'm going to say that one more time. A ping pong paddle and a pistachio pie. And here is another corner store, a very colorful corner store. And here are some spinny things. The best thing that we can use, the best word for this thing is a spinny thing. It's a thing that spins. And right now it's spinning. It's spinning. Oh, it's spinning really fast now. It's spinning really fast. And here are necklaces with heart charms, with heart-shaped charms. Those are skateboard-shaped charms. And here is a fun toy game. There's a dragon holding an ice cream cone wearing sunglasses. A dragon holding an ice cream cone wearing sunglasses. The black sunglasses, the green dragon. And here, for 200 pesos, you get 1 credit. For 500 pesos, you get 3 credits. And for 1,000 pesos, you get 6 credits. And inside, these are a bunch of stuffed animals. There's a stuffed animal of Lionel Messi. And there's a stuffed animal of a alien with a pig nose. A pig alien and Lionel Messi are getting cozy in the corner. And down here is a joystick and a screen with a dolphin swimming. A swimming dolphin. Well, there's your stuffed animal game. And here are those spinny things. That thing is spinning. That thing is spinning around. That's spinning around. That one is not spinning. Oh, that one's spinning okay, we got some fast spin. That one's spinning really fast. They're all spinning. The wind is blowing and those things are spinning. The wind blows. When the wind blows, these things spin. When the wind does not blow, they do not spin. The wind spins the spinny thing. We cross the street, and this is some kind of place that is selling hot dogs. Those are 2 hot dogs. Those are hot dogs. Looks like this place likes to sell 2 hot dogs at a time. There's more hot dogs. There's a popsicle with a purple filling. Popsicle with a purple filling. And there's a couple getting cozy. They're getting cozy with each other, and they're holding ice cream cones. And here's some kind of barrier. And here is a laundromat, an image of an ironing board, a stack of folded laundry, a clothes hanger, clothespins. Those are 2 red clothespins. Clothespins. A pin for your clothes. A clothespin. Clothespin. There's an ironing board, a clothes hanger, and clothing pins. Those are 3 clothing pins. A green clothespin, a blue clothespin, and a red clothespin. Clothes. People wear clothes. The people in front of us are wearing clothes. They're wearing red football jerseys, or this guy's wearing a white football jersey with a red diagonal stripe. Oh, here are more football fans. Here are more fans of the team with the red diagonal stripe. They're gathered on the street corner together. They're waving their hands in the air. This guy's dancing. We got people jumping up and down. We got more Coke and wine bottles mixed together. Looks like they like to mix wine with other sodas. Soda and wine combination. And inside the restaurant is the football game on TV. More fans, a taxi driving by. More hands in the air. Those people are sitting on the curb. sitting on the curb, raising their hand in the air, and they're sitting on the curb in front of a church. In front of a church. This guy's taking a big sip of his beverage. This guy's got his beverage, his drink. He's going to take a sip of his drink. This guy just walked out of the store. These people are about to walk into the store. Oh, and here we have a soccer cleat. A soccer cleat is a type of shoe. It's a type of footwear. And this guy's got a thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. 100%. And here is a painting of a man wearing a scarf, a man with a mustache who wears a scarf. All these men have mustaches. And here is a painting of a black and white painting of a woman with a long braid with a yellow bow. And here are some numbers. 490, 1,200, 1,690, 950, and here are 3 golden crowns, each with a blue cross in the middle. And here's a store selling cleaning supplies. There's a mop, a yellow mop. That is a mop. Mop, mop, mop all day long. Mop, mop, mop while I sing this song. And there's a purple squeegee. A purple squeegee. You use it to get water off of a window. And there are green, seafoam green gloves. Those are gloves. And that is a blue bowl. A blue plastic bowl. Squeegee and gloves. And there's a globe. This is the globe. A picture of Earth is a globe. Well, globe is a 3D version. These are yellow funnels. Yes, there are 2 small funnels on top of 3 big funnels. Those are funnels. And here's a display of pastries and pies for 3,300 pesos. This woman is wearing white clothes. This woman is wearing gray and blue clothes. And this woman has her eyes closed. Clothes? I wear clothes and my eyes are closed. Subtle difference. We're looking at a pasta dish now. Where if this was a year, we would say 1960. 2 red peppers. Red hot chili peppers. They have green stems. Here's a missing dog. Oh, look at that little doggy. He's missing. The doggy's missing. This man walks with holding a white bag. And here's a building. There's an octagonal sign. A sign with the shape of an octagon. If this was a year, 1950. 1950. 1948. 1948. And this flower blossom, this red flower blossom is sticking out of the metal grate. And this plant is growing out of the wall. It's growing out of the wall. There's a blue switch on the right in the up position. There's a blue switch on the right in the up position. Here's a white switch in the year 1918. And there's a white handle. And there's a sphere, a blue sphere. And here's a red sticker with the number 2,500. Pink letters with a black outline. A green sticker with a white outline in the shape of a piece of broccoli. Broccoli. That is in the shape of a star, and that is the shape of scissors in a comb. And here are some toys. A toy cake. A toy cake. A baby doll. A doll with a bottle in front of it. And there's a puzzle with the map of Argentina, a very colorful, artistic map of Argentina. And there is something that has to do with Egypt, and there's hieroglyphics on it. Okay, and here's a orange shooting star, the sun with over a rainbow, a drop of rain, a crescent moon behind a cloud, a lightning bolt coming down from a cloud. Again, a shooting star. And here's a logo of a rainbow, 2 clouds. Those are owls and apples. Owls and apples. Apples and owls. Apples and owls. A man pushing a shopping cart with bread and apples. A woman pushing a shopping cart. They all have bread and apples in their shopping bags, in their shopping carts. And there's a white plastic bag stuck in a tree. And there's a tree filled with beautiful pink flower blossoms. 2 red garage doors. A tree with beautiful pink flower blossoms. Beautiful pink blossoms. A beautiful color pink, and we're getting real close to the pink blossoms. The pink blossoms are a little bit crinkled. They sort of have a crinkly texture. And underneath the pink blossoms is a plant with purple blossoms. All right, here is the back of a sign. Let's guess what it will be. Bicycle. Nope. This circular sign has the symbol of a wheelchair on it. Oh, and we're going to look at these beautiful white clouds. These beautiful white clouds in the sky. And now we're looking at the sidewalk. And here is a beautiful ivy-covered building. A building covered with ivy. And we're looking at the foundation of the building, and there's cracks. You can see cracks. There's a crack. If this was a year, 1831. There's a doorknob. There's a keyhole. And there's a small walkway. It's a walkway. Those are some wheels, rear side view mirror, door handle, wheels, a wheel with a padlock, a tree, a garbage dumpster with its lid being propped open by a wooden box. And another street corner. Across the street is a picture of a new condo building. And look, this is what we call a render. It's not a real photo, it's a render. Clearly, it's not a real full photo. This is a fake photo. There's a waiter taking an order. There's a man wearing sunglasses crossing the street, holding a bag in his right hand. Here's a woman carrying a coffee with a bag slung over her shoulder. And there's a guy on a bicycle wearing a helmet. And here's an advertisement for Kung Fu lessons. That's a fan. And they're doing poses. The figures are doing poses. That man is jogging. The guy on the sidewalk is jogging. And we have some more images of this building. More renders, because this building has not been built yet. It is waiting to be built. There's a water faucet in a bathroom. Those are some squirt bottles. There's a flower pot with bamboo growing out of it. Hanging on the wall are 2 white robes. Those are 2 white robes. Under the sink, that's the sink. Under the sink are folded towels. Those are towels that have been folded. And there's a big white bathtub. There's some more small folded towels. There's the living room. The living room has got a table, a big circular table, a hanging light, a couch with lots of cushions or pillows. Those are lots of pillows. There's a rectangular gray pillow in front of 2 square pillows. A white chair. And this living room has a beautiful view. It has a beautiful view out the window. And we continue walking down this street with the green and white wall. 19 and 10 with an underline. Here is a metal barricade. And here is a mosaic art piece of 2 men giving each other a nice hug. They're embracing each other. They got their arms wrapped around each other. Look at that bright red bench. This is a football field. And that's a red bench. And this is a nice tree-lined street. You can see the wind blowing through the branches of the tree. And here's a black garbage dumpster. And across the street, we can see this gate opening. The gate is opening. The gate is opening. The gate is opening. It's almost open. And now the gate is open and the car drives through the gate. Drives through the open gate. You can see in the upper right-hand corner a red light blinking. You can see the wind rustling the leaves of the tree and the ivy. And there's a guy walking a little dog with a blue leash. And we're going to wait for the gate to close. There it goes. The door is now closing. The gate is now closing. That is a closing gate. The gate is closing. Closing, 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 closed. Now the gate is closed. The gate was closing. Now it is closed. Here's a cool rainbow advertisement with all kinds of logos. Here comes a jogger wearing a red tank top. He's jogging. And here's a bunch of toys behind a rainbow. Here's a man walking. And here is a mural. Wow, a mural of a gold statue. That is Maradona, I'm pretty sure. And that's another player maybe? Or is it Maradona at a different age? I don't know. I think it's Maradona at different ages. And he's got some trophies. That's a golden trophy. And here's a sign indicating that there is a hump or a bump. A hump and a bump. They're almost the same word. And it's indicating that there is a bump or a hump on the street. You can see where those diagonal white lines are is a hump, is a bump on the street. And here's an advertisement. I think we've seen this woman with the big mouth and the tongue and the teeth, big white teeth and a big open mouth and a headband in her hair. And we got the handshake logo. And we got our ships on the ocean and our dove in the air. We got ships on the ocean and a dove in the air and an anchor sticking out of the water. And here's another mural. On this mural, we have music notes. That's a musical note. Those are musical notes. And here's another mural. Wow, this one has got a lot of detail and lots of shading. There's a nipple. We have another nipple, folks. That is a woman's nipple. A woman's nipple with black paint dripping out of it. And underneath there is a picture frame with a picture of 3 mushrooms inside. A big mushroom and 2 little mushrooms. And this woman is carrying her dog across the road. And she just put the dog down and they keep walking. And we're going to take a peek through this gate to the football field. We're taking a peek through the gate into the football field. And now we're going to cross the street. We're crossing from one corner to the other corner. There's a street-lined street, and there's a man using a broom to sweep. And here's a playground. A playground is an area where children play. And there we have a slide. We have another slide. A slide is where you slide down. You start at the top, you end at the bottom. That is a slide. You start at the top, you end at the bottom. There's the number 20 in a red circle. And look at those beautiful tree branches. Those are tree branches. And the wind is slowly rocking the tree branches. And there is tree bark. This is the bark of the tree. And in the corner are leaves of the tree. And here's a garbage dumpster with its lid being propped up by a folded wooden box. A folded wooden box is propping up the dumpster's lid. There's more tree bark. And here's another look at the playground. There's a seesaw. That is a seesaw. The seesaw goes seesaw, seesaw. Here's a man washing his legs with the water from the street. He's rubbing his legs. He's reaching into the dumpster. He's looking and reaching in the dumpster. Here are 3 policemen. And here's a colorful sign painted by children. And here is a big plastic bottle hanging with a hole in the side filled with colorful bottle caps. And here is the kids painting. We have a sun, we have a cat, we have a frog with a cross on its head. A frog with a cross. Some policemen, a yellow star, another sign indicating that there's a hump, a sign indicating that there is a hump. And there's ships on the ocean and dove in the sky. And there's some green bushes. There's an open gate. There's a gate. It's open. The left side is closed. The right side is open. 1,230. And there's a mail slot. And there's a gate that's been opened. Should we go? No, we're not going to go through the gate. We continue walking down this street. There's a sewer grate. That is a sewer grate. And there's water flowing. That's flowing water. When water is moving, it's called flowing. When water is still, it's still. But that is flowing water. Water flowing through the sewer grate. And here's a green gate. So there's the word for a gate, and then there's grate. The sewer grate, and this is a gate. There's a light bulb, 1,220. And that is a green gate with a golden handle and a keyhole underneath the golden handle. And there's a golden mail slot. Okay, and here we have some columns and rows. We have 4 columns and 6 rows. The columns go up and down, and rows go left and right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns. 4 columns and 6 rows. And there's a blue truck. And here are some hedges. And there's a blue painting or a graffiti painting. There's an eye, eyebrow, eye, eyebrow. There's a grid. This one has 3 columns and 4 rows. 1, 2, 3 columns and 4 rows. 1, 2, 3 rows. That's a grid. That's a heart, a white heart, another white heart. And here are some flower petals on the ground. And you know what? I just realized a whole hour has gone by. So we got to say goodbye until the next episode. I'll see you soon in the next episode.